What's going on YouTube? Today is 10/12/2025, 2:20 a.m. Pacific Standard, October 12th. Well, Trump did something really good that I fully support. We all need to know about this. This affects our income. Let's get into metals real quick. Like, subscribe, comment. Nothing here is financial advice. Do your own research, form your own opinions, blah, blah, blah. CMI. Let's refreshify. Come on now. All right. Gold, $4,019.15. I laughed because, whoo, man. Up 41.53. Silver, $50.04, up 79 cents. Impressing me. Platinum, 1601.94, down 31.82. Not going to hold that against platinum because it's been doing very well. Palladium, which again I don't have, I need to get into, 1601.94. Sorry, 1425.28, down 12.83 for the. Also not going to bust palladium's chops because it's been doing okay. GSR 8032, that did go up a little bit from the last video that I filmed, but I've long said that GSR is not going to get, in my opinion, to where a lot of people want, which is where it belongs, really, 15, 16 to 1. Hell, and a lot of you ain't going to like this, but I would even say, a lot of you are going to hate this, and this will never happen. I would say 1 to 1, because silver does a lot more for us as human beings, as far as usefulness, than gold ever could. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about Big Daddy Donald Trump and something he did really good. So let's talk about that that big beautiful bill, right? I did a community post about this. I don't believe I did a video about it, and I gave him a lot of kudos. See, a lot of you misunderstand. You think because I don't like everything Trump does that I have gone liberal or leftist. That's not true whatsoever. I just don't. I don't blindly follow whatever my guy does anymore. I used to for a long time. But I give credit where it's due, and he did a really good thing here. So, do y'all remember that Biden era bullshit? That act of communism, in a way, if you will, of if you make $600 or more on PayPal or Venmo or Cash App. Zelle, by the way, was exempt because they were able to say that they were not an actual banking institution, so they were always exempt. But that $600 reporting of anything that wasn't, like repayment for, from your buddy or whatever, being reported to the feds, and it kept getting pushed off. That was disgusting. That was Biden era crap. Communist move towards socialism, which I am fundamentally against. I despise both of those things. I truly believe that socialism is an entry-level step to communism, and I want nothing to do with either one. Anyway, and why they don't, it seems like we find out more about the big beautiful bill as far as the positives of it, and there are some negatives, but the positives of it, every couple weeks, every couple months. Why that is beyond me, but this is really important for all of us to know. Part of that big beautiful bill, the no tips on taxes, which I haven't looked into this in a while. I think it's $12,000 a year if it's tax-free. The no tax on overtime, which is it's better than what we had. Do not get me wrong. It's not what we thought. It's, you don't get taxed on. So overtime's time and a half. You don't get taxed on the and a half part. You get taxed on the one, the normal wage part. But again, still better than what we had. Still a positive. I don't think it's what we all thought, but I'm into it. The negative of paying people $1,000 to have a child, that's asinine. Put that toward the debt. Too many people that shouldn't be having babies are having babies. I don't agree with that part. But the rest is pretty good. I think it's going to be a spending bill overall, but I also think it's going to be beneficial to the American people. But this part's really important. That $600 rule is essentially dead. The way it works now, and this is phenomenal, and I just found this out. The way it works now, y'all, and I hope this doesn't change. I don't see why it would. I'm going to read something to you. The $600 rule was repealed by a bill passed in July 2025, which reversed the planned reduction of the 1099K reporting threshold. This means payment apps like Venmo, PayPal, and online marketplaces are no longer a path to a $600 reporting minimum. That's fundamental. 1099K reporting. The threshold for third-party payment networks has been reverted to the original $20,000, and that is indeed what it was before, and more than 200 transactions. So that means if you don't take in $20,000 from these apps for your side gig, whatever, now, if it's something like DoorDash, Grubhub, probably like an Etsy or an eBay store, I think that remains the same, which was always what, $600 in modern times. But from these apps, the threshold for third-party payments networks has been reverted to the original $20K, like before, in total payments and more than 200 transactions. So 199 transactions or less, just to be safe. You're not getting a 1099K, baby. The planned phase in to $600 has been canceled. Now, all income is still taxable. All income is still supposed to be reported. Okay, when you go and sell gold or silver or platinum or whatever that's not in the electronic system, any capital gains are supposed to be reported. Again, not financial advice, not legal advice. Don't know about y'all. It seems for me, on the rare occasion that I sell metal, I always sell it at a loss. I feel like I always buy it at the top of the market. You feel me? So there's nothing to report. And I don't report the losses either. The losses. I don't want them to know I have it. I mean, they can share whatever. They can watch my channel. They can go through records. But I'm not going to, put it out there and be like, oh, I took a loss on metal. I need a tax write-off. I'm not doing that. You can do that. Also, I've never claimed capital gains on metals because I've never had any. That's phenomenal. I think overall, again, damn it, sorry, I don't think it's perfect. I don't think, we actually had a smoky oven at work tonight, needed to be cleaned, so there's a lot of smoke inhalation, so hang with me. I don't think it's all perfect. I think overall it's improvement. I do not like tariffs. I think that's a hell of a tax on the American people because I understand how they work, just to be transparent. Not for that whatsoever. But I think overall the big beautiful bill has a whole lot more good in it than it has bad. I do think that $1,000 for somebody getting knocked up is stupid. Sorry, we have enough people, and I don't believe people should get paid or rebates whatsoever for having children. Not in that form, anyway. That's just me. But overall, I like it. I just became aware of that $600 reporting rule. And I know a lot of all y'all sell, or a fair amount sell metals in the community, peer-to-peer, whatever you want to say, and take payments on PayPal or Venmo or Cash App or whatever. And unless you hit the $20,000 or do 200 or 201 transactions, it's not totally clear on that, but if you stay under 200, and under 20 grand, you're going to be on the honor system of reporting that income and those gains. So that's great news. Your money is your money. I don't believe that the government should have any say. You know, if you know your history, taxes were supposed to be temporary when they were implemented. Well, a lot of things government implements, if not pretty much everything, is never temporary. Especially if it's negative for the people. I just wanted to get on here. I wanted to make all y'all aware of this. This is fantastic. Look it up. I have verified this. Again, I don't see why it's going to change, at least during this term of presidency. I don't know if the House or Senate can lock it up in 2026 if it shifts or not. I doubt it. Nothing, you know, there's no guarantee what's going to happen next administration, but I think for now this is fantastic news. I think it's probably likely going to be, you know, a fixture for quite a while, and that's great. You know, and I'm always fair. If somebody does something good, I'll give them the kudos, man, because they deserve it. If somebody does something I don't agree with, that's wrong, I'll give them that credit because they deserve it. I'm not one of those people that my guy is always right and I go along with it even if I know I shouldn't, or I'm so ignorant that I don't know I shouldn't because, you know, I'm so focused with that emotion of my guy. I'm not one of those people. I wouldn't say I'm apolitical. I'm definitely fundamentally right, but I don't go along with things I don't like. And I like this overall. I think it's a really good bill. In fact, there's a couple things. Fundamentally, I thought Obama was terrible. I thought he set black people back because he made everything a racial issue. He destroyed the healthcare system in a lot of ways. He was terrible economically. But he did a couple good things. One of those things being, by the way, and if I could go back in time and vote for him, would I? Because I did not vote for him. Hell no. But he did make it so that you can carry a firearm in a national park, which is an odd move for a Democrat. I like that. I give him credit. And until recently, and let me know if y'all want to know what it is, because I despised and continue to despise Joe Biden from his economic policies, from his blithering, you know, Uncle Mumbles crap because he couldn't hold a sentence together, his foreign aid policies, his attempt at the forced jab. I despised him. I still do. And for years and years and years, I searched for one thing, just to see if I could find it. It was kind of a challenge, right? That I could say he did right, that I liked. And it wasn't until about 3 weeks ago I found that thing. Again, if I could go back in time and vote for Joe Biden, would I? Hell no! Do I like him as a human being, if you can call him that, or as a politician? Hell no! But I found one good thing that I'm aware of he did. And if y'all want to know what that is, let me know in the comments, because honestly, it took me 5 years. 5 years to find one good thing he did. And if y'all are interested, let me know. That being said, and I hope you are interested, because it actually opens up a topic that we also need to discuss about what's recently been changed. I believe it was August or September 1st. I think it was September 1st, which y'all need to be aware about. But if you want to know about that, the one good thing, and I think the only good thing he did, and if I can find something else and you're aware of it, and it's actually a good thing, let me know. I don't think you'll be able to, but if you have a fair point, you have a fair point. But if you want to know about that one good thing, which is something we should all know about, it will get us into another topic, and I will talk about that if you want to know about it. And I hope you do, because you should know about it. Let me know in the comment section. But I will say, well done on this bill overall, Trump. It's not perfect, nothing is. It's got more good than bad, so I'm all for it. I think it's going to be beneficial to the people, and whatever you do, keep stacking.